Oh yeah, that's right, Kool-Aid man. I get excited every time I see a Cinemagraph. And we are gonna do one with a champagne pour. And the trick is to make the center transparent, which you can do with Adobe Express erase tools, or Affinity, or Photoshop, or whatever application you want to erase with or mask with. So I think it's a cool effect. I think it stops the scrolling. So it's kind of people see the pour water, they see the champagne bubbles foam on top, and then they see the motion in the middle, and it's like, why is only part of the motion, the image video moving? Everything should be moving all at once. So it makes like a puzzle in people's mind that they try to look at and solve, like a visual Sudoku or Wordle, as it were. All right, enough messing around. Let's do it. So I got a logo. You don't really need a logo. You can add text. I think it would look cool on the back of a social media template, but we're just going to do one because they look cool in general, I think. So you could use an Adobe stock file or search for a different video. This Adobe stock one I've used in the past. I think it's a little better, high contrast, better lit. But there's one on Adobe stock, Adobe Express for free, which makes it even better. So come to the purple plus button and make a new square. I'm going to use, it might look better in vertical orientation, but portrait. But I am going to grab my add content, media, videos, and then search for champagne. Or you could search sparkling, but this gave me a good one after I scrolled to the bottom. This 43-second one. It's like a close-up. You see the stem. You see I don't know, it jitters a little with the light, but it's fine for our purposes. So, all right. And just to make, I'm going to minimize this view, get rid of the media. Just to make the point, Canva does not let you transform the video if you try to do this in Canva. So I'm going to click on my video and just do a little option drag just to maybe make a little more focus, and just to kind of make the point that you can do this in Adobe Express and not Canva, even though Canva's got a lot of cool features. I like it too. All right, I'm going to change the color. I think it looks better with a black background. And then I'm going to bring in a logo you could bring your logo in later. You just can't bring it at the very end. So if you want to bring a logo, do a little branding, bring your logo in. And then, all right, so then the key is to figure out where to take your still frame, your freeze frame. So I'm going to bring up the timeline and get my playhead scrubber and scrub to, let's see, I'm not getting any video playing here. Come on. Do I need to do minus to zoom out? Yeah, I'm just not, it's just a really long video. So, right, so I guess around 7 seconds, somewhere in 6, 7, right around there. Looks good for me. But you can use a different still frame. So leave your playhead where you want the still frame and then download JPEG, PNG, doesn't matter. And then you could send this to Photoshop, but I'm just going to use Adobe Express because I'm here. So done with the timeline for a second. So I'm going to bring, so I want to make sure everything's deselected and then bring in my still frame and get the double crosshairs. Come on, there it is. The double smart guides to make a crosshair. Let go without dragging. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom layer, opacity, and drop it to 0. And then I'm going to go to my background or my page and change the color fill of the background to no fill. Just so that when I do erasing for demo purposes, you can see what the checkerboard come through. So, okay, so let's get our eraser tool targeting the top static image and go to erase. Quick select is fine, and boom. So we get this nice edge of the glass, but that goes up a little too far on top. So switch over to the restore button function. And that doesn't matter exactly. And we can always come down here later. Oh, I got a good one. So depending on your zoom or your size of your brush, you might get slightly different results, but all right, that's a good start. And then what I found, instead of kind of wasting your time, like just trying to get the it's hard to, there's no clearly defined edge between the foam and the liquid, right? This last, I don't know, 10% at the top. So I'm going to switch to the circle brush, drop down my hardness to somewhere around 70, and then increase my size to something bigger. And that way I get a little bit of a feather or a little gradient at the end of my brush. All right, so then I could zoom in, probably Command plus. I said no, it's not letting me zoom in. Too bad. Okay, so you could try zooming in, see if it works for you. So then I'm just gonna kind of go sideways with my brush. And you might need to do this a couple times to get the results you like, but something like that. So you get the nice white, bright foam at the top, and it kind of follows the contour. All right, so I'm gonna hit done. There we go. I could erase a little more, right? If I wanted to come back and erase, circle brush, restore, and then if I want to come down one more time, I could do another pass. So you can, pretty nice tool, the erase tool, no mask. You don't really need a mask for simple erasing. I could have erased the little bottom part a little better, but I think it's good. So, all right, so X out of erase, Command 0, and then go to your bottom layer with your video and opacity and 100% to bring it back. Okay, next is getting the portion of the video that you want to loop. So I'm going to go to Edit Timeline. And I found, let's see, you can't really see. Let's get the bubbles in the middle. I found right kind of after, right when it starts to clear up. So right around there, right around 9.5 seconds. So for demo, I'll just live with it and do a split. And then I'll go ahead and then it does some more bubbles. So you only need a couple seconds. So maybe like to 12, and you could there's no right perfect, you could mess with it and do a little differently if you want better results or different results. All right, so I deleted a bunch. I'm down to like 2 seconds of footage or video clip, so I'm gonna hit the plus button to kind of see what I got and scrub through. So it looks good. I could, if I want to make it more consistent, I could even do another split there and delete the beginning part of it. All right, and we got some good bubbles. So next is we want to make the glitch go away. So there's a glitch between the last frame of the video and the first frame. And the trick is to put your playhead in the middle, select the footage, and then split it. So before that, I'm going to slow down the footage just a hair just to show you can do that too. So kind of a nice, if you want to target the footage, the clip, maybe I need to go out of here, target my clip, there we go, and bring the speed down a hair. Maybe 50 is too much, but I don't know, just let me go 75 now. Oh well, for demo, I'll stick with 50 then. Okay, so you can adjust the speed, the frame rate, how fast your video plays. And okay, back to edit timeline. I had it all ready to go. Got you excited about the split. So yeah, put your playhead in the middle somewhere, do the split. And then we want to basically smooth between the last frame and the first frame. So we do a swap and then we target that. So now the glitch or the last frame and first frame can be smoothly transitioned with a cross dissolve. And I'm going to drop mine down to a pretty short one. So, I don't know, 0.4. And then we're there. So it looks like you kind of get messed up, but when you toggle between the two clips, you get all the graphics on top. So if I want to kind of move this down, and I could put my playhead at the beginning and hit play. So there's some bubbles moving. There's a smooth little bit of like a brightness coming through, but not. It's definitely less glitchy, right? Maybe it doesn't get rid of it 100%. So it depends on your image. Okay, so just download it. GIF. I like the GIF for demo purposes. High quality. Okay, download the GIF when it's done. Open a new tab. and chuck it in the browser and say, oh yeah.